Hey everyone, and welcome back to the channel. Today, we're diving deep into one of the biggest talking points in the NBA right now, a story that involves a legendary player, a historic franchise, and a staggering amount of money. We're talking about LeBron James and the swirling controversy surrounding his massive $51.4 million payday from the Los Angeles Lakers. The central question that's got fans, analysts, and even front offices buzzing is this. Did LeBron James, the king himself, scam the Lakers? Or is this just the cost of doing business with basketball royalty? Let's break it all down. To really understand what's going on, we need to rewind a bit. LeBron James, a name synonymous with greatness, signed a 2-year, $97.1 million contract extension back in August 2022. This deal, which included a player option for the 2024-25 season, was seen at the time as a huge statement of commitment from both sides. The Lakers were locking in their superstar, and LeBron was committing to finishing his career in purple and gold. That first year of the extension, the 2023-24 season, paid him a colossal $51.4 million, making him one of the highest-paid players in the league. On the surface, it seems simple. A top-tier player gets a top-tier salary. But in the world of professional sports, it's never that simple. The core of the scam argument revolves around one simple concept: return on investment. Critics point to the 2023-24 season and argue that the Lakers didn't get $51.4 million worth of value from LeBron on the court. Let's look at the numbers. While LeBron's individual stats were still incredibly impressive for a player in his 21st season, averaging over 25 points, 7 rebounds, and 8 assists, the team's overall performance was a roller coaster. The Lakers finished as the 7th seed in a tough Western Conference, had to fight their way through the play-in tournament, and were ultimately bounced from the first round of the playoffs by the Denver Nuggets in just 5 games. For a team with championship aspirations and a payroll deep into the luxury tax, a first-round exit is a massive disappointment. This is where the critics get loud. They argue that the Lakers didn't pay for a 21-season veteran. They paid for the prime LeBron James, who could single-handedly carry a team to the NBA Finals. They look at the missed games due to injuries and load management and say the availability just wasn't there. When you're paying a player more than a quarter of your salary cap, you expect them to be the undeniable force that elevates the entire team, not just a statistical marvel on a team that struggles to find consistent footing. The narrative is that the Lakers paid for a championship contender and got a first-round exit. In that sense, they feel the organization was fleeced, paying for a name and a past legacy rather than for present-day series-winning impact. Adding another layer to this controversy are the persistent rumors about LeBron's off-court influence. For years, there has been speculation about GM, the idea that LeBron James wields significant power in personnel decisions, from coaching hires to player trades. His move to the Lakers coincided with the team's acquisition of Anthony Davis, a trade that mortgaged a significant portion of the Lakers' young assets. While that move did result in a championship in 2020, subsequent moves have been far more questionable. The Russell Westbrook trade, for instance, is widely seen as a disaster, and many believe it was a move heavily influenced by LeBron and his camp. So, how does this tie into the $51.4 million? The theory is that LeBron's influence extends to his own contract negotiations. Skeptics suggest that his leverage, the threat of him leaving, and the media circus that would follow, forces the Lakers' hand. They argue that his agency, Clutch Sports, which also represents Anthony Davis and other key players, creates a power dynamic that heavily favors the players. In this view, the Lakers weren't just negotiating with a player. They were negotiating with a powerful entity that could dismantle their roster if they didn't pay up. The alleged scam isn't just about his on-court performance, but about a perceived manipulation of the system to secure a massive payday that might not have been purely based on market value, but on leverage and power politics. It's the idea that the Lakers felt they had no choice but to pay or risk losing everything. Now, before we crucify the king, it's absolutely crucial we look at the other side of this multi-million-dollar coin. To call this deal a scam is to ignore the colossal business that is LeBron James. Let's be clear. LeBron isn't just a basketball player, he's a global industry. When LeBron James is on your team, you are instantly the center of the basketball universe. Every game is a headline. National television slots are guaranteed. Jersey sales go through the roof. The value of the franchise itself skyrockets. The Los Angeles Lakers are already a premier brand, but with LeBron, they become the premier brand in the NBA. From a purely financial perspective, his $51.4 million salary might actually be a bargain. Think about the revenue he generates directly and indirectly. Ticket sales, merchandise, media rights, global sponsorships. LeBron's presence moves the needle in every single category. The Lakers aren't just paying for points and assists. They're paying for relevance. They are paying to be on ESPN every night, to have their highlights lead SportsCenter, and to have their brand broadcast to millions of fans around the world who tune in just to watch him play. In an attention economy, LeBron James is one of the most valuable assets on the planet. From this angle, the contract isn't an overpay for past glory. It's a strategic investment in maintaining the Lakers' status as a global powerhouse. Furthermore, let's not so quickly dismiss his on-court value. Yes, the team had a disappointing finish, but to place that solely on LeBron's shoulders is unfair. He still played at an all-NBA level in his 21st year, something that is completely unprecedented. The man is defying Father Time in a way we've never seen before. Without LeBron, are the Lakers even a playoff team? It's highly debatable. He was still their most consistent and reliable creator on offense. He was the engine that made the team go. The argument here is that the roster construction around him and Anthony Davis was flawed, and you can't blame LeBron for the front office's inability to build a truly cohesive championship-caliber team. He delivered elite-level performance. The team as a whole just wasn't good enough. This perspective says that the Lakers knew exactly what they were paying for. They were paying for an all-time great who, even in the twilight of his career, is still a top 10 player in the world. They were paying for the box office draw, the media attention, and the championship or bust standard that he brings to the organization every single day. This wasn't a scam. It was a calculated business decision. The Lakers decided that having LeBron James, with all the benefits and pressures he brings, was worth over $50 million a year. It's the price of entry to be in the LeBron James business, and for a franchise like the Lakers, which thrives on star power, it's a price they seem willing to pay. So, where does that leave us? On one hand, you have a compelling argument that the Lakers paid a premium price for a product that didn't deliver the ultimate prize, a championship. They paid for a Ferrari and got stuck in first-round traffic. The combination of his age, his injury history, and the team's lack of playoff success makes that $51.4 million salary look incredibly steep. The whispers of his behind-the-scenes influence only add to the narrative that the Lakers were outmaneuvered. On the other hand, you have the undeniable reality of LeBron's commercial impact. He brings an economic and media gravity that few athletes in history have ever possessed. His performance, even at his age, remains remarkable. From this viewpoint, the Lakers are making a sound investment in their brand, ensuring they remain the most watched, most talked about team in basketball. They're not paying for 2012 LeBron, they're paying for the 2024 LeBron ecosystem, and that ecosystem is still incredibly profitable and relevant. Ultimately, whether you see this as a scam or a smart business move really depends on your definition of value. Is value measured solely in championships? If so, then yes. You could argue the Lakers didn't get their money's worth last season. Or is value measured in revenue, brand visibility, and staying relevant in a hyper-competitive league? If that's your metric, then LeBron James is still worth every single penny and more. It's a fascinating debate with valid points on both sides, and it highlights the complex relationship between player performance, star power, and franchise economics in modern sports. So, I have to turn the question over to you. What do you think? Was this a case of a legend securing one last massive payday, leaving the team holding the bag? Or was it a savvy, calculated investment by the Lakers to keep their global brand shining brightly? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. I'm really curious to see where you all land on this one. Thanks so much for watching. If you enjoyed this breakdown, make sure to hit that like button and subscribe to the channel for more deep dives into the biggest stories in sports. We've got plenty more content coming your way. Until next time, take care.